Hello and welcome to episode 17 of the Day in Film MiniCast series. It is your host, the Pat Nader, as always, and you already know the movie that we are about to talk about. But before we get into that, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed and or liked to the channel and to the video, respectively. It really does mean the world. Leaving a comment would mean the world too. I would love to intimately discuss the inner workings of my mind regarding Transformers. But with all that out of the way, let's actually get into the movie you're here to hear about. Today, on the 1st of October of 2024, I watched Transformers 1. So I'm going to be honest, I don't really know why I watched this movie. I guess on Letterboxd anyway, it has a surprisingly high score for a Transformers movie, and I saw a couple people on Twitter basically saying, oh, this is actually a good one and the marketing is just really bad, and a couple of my friends were also pretty much preaching the same thing. So I went in with very low expectations because I'm just generally not big on Transformers as a brand, I guess, and I was met with pretty much exactly what I thought I would get. To summarize the plot, it is finding out who is now Optimus Prime and who is now Megatron, how they came into their roles in the Transformers World Planet thing, and finding out how Decepticons and Autobots would basically be separated and formed. So already it's an origin story, which I'm not huge on, especially for a movie like Transformers. Like, I'm going to be honest, I just don't really care. And especially since I don't really care about Transformers to begin with, there was really little to no interest for me in this movie, which definitely harmed my rating of the film, but I'm not going to pretend to care about something that I don't care about. But the main issue with this movie, that my real biggest problem, is how much it feels like an advertisement. Transformers films are often described as being ads because the TV show was ads, or the original like animated TV show was an ad for the toys. So this is literally built on a huge series of advertising. But at least the only Transformers movie I've seen is the first one. I haven't seen Bumblebee. I haven't seen the one with the gorilla. No, it was just the original. And that movie doesn't really feel like an ad. Michael Bay is a very, I don't know how to put it, eccentric director. He feels very characterful. You know, you can always tell when you're watching one of his movies. And for the most part, you know, that movie definitely has its problems, but that movie doesn't feel like an ad. Something about this movie being animated, though, and especially the way, like, the style it's animated in, just makes it feel so corporate. This movie, at least to me, feels like it is a complete... like they would show this movie in a boardroom meeting to show off the new line of toys that they have. Everything looks so smooth, and it looks like it would fit in a kid's hand perfectly, and you see exactly how the bits would fold to become a car. Like, I just don't think it looks very good. The animation style is not good. I'm just not huge on it, and they all move a little too, just like stiff. You'd want a robot to move stiff, but even like the huge CG Optimus Prime from the original like live action Transformers movie, for some reason didn't look this like fake, as weird as that sounds. I know it doesn't really mean a lot because I'm comparing two Optimus Primes from two different decades, but still it just feels a little off. The voice actors too, it's completely abhorrent casting. I really hate to see actors being put in the role of voice actors instead of actual voice talent. I want to say it's Chris Hemsworth, or if not him, it's let me find it right now, but I just generally don't think that the voice acting cast is very good. A lot of these people who do end up voice acting in this movie are not incredibly talented, but it just feels like they were put in there for the sake of being put on the poster. Again, yeah, Chris Hemsworth is Optimus Prime. I can't say I know. Oh, never mind. No, I've definitely seen Brian Tree Henry. I definitely recognize his voice from Spider-Verse. Scarlett Johansson. Like, a lot of these people feel like they are casted because they are famous and not for their talent, and that really hurts the enjoyability of the movie, to me anyway, because it feels so like phoned in. You know, it doesn't feel like they really cared. Chris Hemsworth is just like I'm going to do a funny voice, and then that was Optimus Prime. He doesn't sound anything like the original Optimus Prime voice actor, whose name I do not know. That all the Transformers in that movie sound really grumbly and low, and I understand the idea of trying to make a more kids-friendly Transformers movie, but it just feels so boring. Half of the thing one of the things that made the original Transformers movie so interesting is that it was like this disgusting, gritty live action for a line of toys. You're watching these guys like rip their heads off and stuff, and then it's you're making toys out of these. That was a kind of cool idea, but in this movie it just feels strictly aimed towards kids. And not to say that I'm like 30. I'm barely no, I am 17 and a half, guys. But I got literally nothing out of this movie. I think this movie really only appeals to you if you are a Transformers fan. If you go in wanting to like it, then you will like it. But I went in completely neutral, and I didn't come out liking it, unfortunately. Overall, I gave Transformers 1 a 4 out of 10. Really nothing special. I don't know if I would even spend my time watching this in theaters. If you do, it's not the worst decision you can make, but I mean, it's just really not all that to me. One more thing, the score is incredibly generic. It feels like recycled music from a myriad of Transformers movies, and I just really didn't get anything from it. But that's all I have to say. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the theaters.